Welcome to the Webby O'Neill channel. Today we have the privilege to be in the presence of one of only a couple of people who own 2 Champions League winners' medals for Manchester United. It's Wes Brown. Afternoon, Wes.
Yes, Web.
You okay?
Right. Yeah, good. Good to be out.
After the lockdown, it's been hard, hasn't it?
Yeah, it can get to you, can't it, at times. You have your good and your bad days, but I'm glad I'm here.
Well,
today.
this might be one of your bad days being with us, but we'll soon find out. Yeah. Now, first thing, Wes, centre halves.
Yeah.
We've talked for the last few weeks, and we've got a partnership, Lindelof, Maguire.
Yeah.
We think that's the partnership, what they should go with at the moment. Obviously, Bailey's there and that. How do you see this partnership going? Or is it the right one? Or
well, I think it's better than what it's been over the last few years. Obviously, bringing in Maguire, he sort of stabled everything a little bit. Where as before, we didn't know who was going to play. It kept changing every week, and I think for centre halves, I mean, we can go back to sort of years ago, we always used to say your spine of your team. You always want them core players there, and I do think they've got on really well. I think Maguire, it's still his first season. Coming from any team, coming to Man United, doesn't matter. Where you've been before. I know he's international, but he's taken his time. But I think he's been excellent. I think he's steadied the ship.
He steadied it without a shadow of a doubt.
100%. His positional play, his ability in the air, as we all know, but he's very composed.
Yeah,
he understands.
Is that his shaky moments? Yeah, is it just like Lindelof, just like Bailey?
Yeah,
they've all had the shaky moments, right? And that's just getting used to, and they're still all getting used to each other.
But I think, obviously with Wan-Bissaka there now as well, people are realising that they're not just going to turn up and batter us.
No.
And I think over the last few years, teams were nicking goals.
People weren't afraid.
Yeah, they weren't afraid, and they were coming thinking, right, we can get a few goals here today. And then we couldn't sort of turn that around with the top end to make it into winners.
With Ole, with Ole, he's seems as though he's chosen Lindelof and Maguire. Now, but Ole seems to have changed quite a lot of things here. But like with the centre halves, I know, it's the spine of the team.
Consistency.
Yeah. Now, he's dealing with what he's got here.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there who you see
would make the back 2, or because people are saying
bring someone in?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is there someone in your mind, what you see out there, what could improve this squad?
Defensive wise.
Do you know what? I think if you look at, there's always, I think you can always bring someone in.
Yeah.
But I think if you're looking at the goals against, sort of the games that they've played in together, I like them too.
Yeah,
I don't think Ole will change it myself, because you've got Bailey there as well. You've got the young lads coming up still.
Yeah, we're going to speak.
You've got to always look at. He'll know the whole picture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You see it as though he is going to keep these 2.
I think so. Yeah, unless they start playing really bad, and then you have to change it.
Well,
just like the midfield at the moment.
Going forward on changing and whatever. You know the players what will come through.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of talk about the kid from Napoli, Koulibaly, who won't go away. A lot of money to pay. He's a great player, what I've seen, but is he better than Lindelof? In my eyes, no. Maybe a bit quicker. Is it worth spending 80, 90 million on a player like that? No, if he's not going to improve or get a game every week. But we're just going to go on to 2 young lads, because obviously you broke into the team. As a young local lad, we've got Teden Mengi and we've got Axel Tuanzebe, obviously. 2 great players with great potential. What do you think about that?
Well, Axel's been injured, and I watched him pre-season because I was over there, and he was excellent.
Yeah.
He was absolutely...
Villa were gutted that United wanted him back.
Yeah, exactly. And, Axel's got to the stage now, I think, where he wants to play. He needs to sort of play.
Yeah.
But at this moment of time, he's got that challenge of trying to get back into the team. Do you know what I mean? And that's always a difficult thing. Like I said, centre halves, Centre-half's not like midfielders or strikers. I think you have to keep the same too. And if they've got a combination and a good sense and play between each other, I don't think you change centre-halves much at all. Yeah. For that simple reason. So that's the difficult thing of being a centre-half. But he has got the ability to do it. And all he needs is to try and get in, and the consistency then to show everyone. Because there's nothing worse. I mean, look how many times I was injured with bad injuries. It's nothing worse than just having a little one game here. Yeah. Then you're out for 5 games. Then it's hard. It's harder than you think because there's no flow and you can't get into a rhythm. And it's one of them. You say you didn't play too well, everyone thinks you're rubbish. Yeah. But you're not. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you just need a bit of time.
I look at it upon as a fan's perspective is that once you get into the team and the fans make a song about you, I think in their minds they appreciate how good you are now. You had a song but still sung. Other players have songs, and Axel's got a song. Yeah. You know, as a kid, a local kid from Rochdale, he must be buzzing. I hopefully gets fit and he gets a running game because I watched quite a lot of him at Villa last year. And I was very, very impressed with him.
He was, and he'll know that he can do it as well. Yeah. And he'll be a little bit frustrated, but his time will come. Yes. And I don't think it's going to be now this season because it's too late on and what's happened. And Ollie's going to stick with his best team now for as long as they can last if everyone stays fit. But next year it's massive for him because he will be focusing on trying to get into that team. And yes, it is going to be Maguire. Yeah. And Lindelof's going to want to keep his place. Yeah. But then it's the battles
there. You can play fullback as well, can't
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
And cover for Wan-Bissaka, etc.
Well, we've got a player there, Smalling.
Yeah. Well, the unfortunate thing, when you're at United, you have a space of time where you've got to show yourself.
Yeah.
Now, Chris has been there for a very long time. Yes. At some point, things have to change. Yeah. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter because new players coming in all the time. Like I was lucky enough to be in sort of 3 different teams, but then when you get to a point and you know, I'm not feeling my best with my legs. You just know you're not up to that same standard anymore, and you know there's going to be another chance. Other people are going to. For me, it was Chris. And Fabio and Rafa.
Right.
And I'm trying to chase these, and I just know I can't do it anymore. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean you've gone rubbish. You're just getting a bit older now, and I was lucky because these players who are probably even got more quality than me that didn't even have 12 years. They maybe had 4, 5. So. That's the process in any football team, but United as well, you have to stick to such a high level. And if you don't, and even for one season, if you don't,
it's Manchester United.
Exactly. So you have to, and if you ask any of the lads, they all say they would have loved to stay longer, but at the same time, they understand that the expectations that the manager wanted off you.
Talking about expectations, we started commentating on how we seen this team before the Tottenham game. And we heard reports from inside the training and all that this squad is bang at it. Yeah. They're bang at it. Ollie's got them bang at it, but not just that he's got them bang at it. They're all responding to Ollie as he's now the manager. Yeah. He's now taking this. There's no outside interference, none of this. He's the man.
It's Ollie's team.
It's Ollie's team. But how do you see this squad and this team now going forward?
I mean, I think, just listen, even before lockdown, you could see it happening.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean? You can see it happening, you're like, okay. But it's like in any team, the lads all have to understand what they're there to do as well. Yeah. Right? So once, you need everyone together on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, of course it does. So, but we know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We know that as football fans.
And that's what Ollie has gone back to a little bit. And I'm not saying he's copying Sir Alex, but he's learned off the best. You know what I mean? And he'll be doing it in his own way. But he'll make the lads understand you're here for a reason. Does that make sense? And if the quality is not up to standard, then you won't be here.
That's right.
And that's how he should be.
And that's took time.
It will take time. It won't happen overnight.
But the thing is, the media and all that, they try not give Manchester United time. They try to put the pressure because he was under tremendous pressure.
Yeah, of course he was. Yeah, and we went through
after the Burnley
a good few bad patches as well.
That's right. What I mean? But the thing is, if you follow United's history, the way the club is, inside, outside, you've got to take your time. You've got to get it right. Yeah. But we have a process here at Manchester United, right? The way players have come through, you know as a player what was coming behind you, and it was like, well,
you have to step up your game.
You've got to step up your game, or you know what's coming. Now, Ole here, to me, is on the right track. Yeah. We've got players there like Greenwood coming through. We've got Williams, young. I'm just on about young players. Yeah. I believe that Williams is going to be a great left back, but people are clamouring for him to take Shaw's place, right? But there's no rush with Williams.
There's no rush at all.
No rush whatsoever.
And I try and explain to people that when people say, "Oh, Williams should play every game," I say, "Well, not necessarily.
No.
Williams is giving a problem to Shaw.
That's right.
100%. But that's what he should be doing. He's a young lad coming up. He wants to play him week in, week out. Now, Shaw will understand that as well. That will step up his game because Shaw's he's not at United for no reason. He's there because he's a player. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes it takes another player to put a little pressure on to make you come out of yourself a little bit. And start playing well again. And that's what Ole's done. I mean, look at Matic, for example. Well, that's probably the prime example.
Speak about that. Obviously, it's broke today that he's just signed a new 3-year deal.
Yeah.
You know, looking at the things on social media with his performances before, because if you look at he was bombed out of the team, he's come back in against City at half-time.
Look how experienced he is. He's one of the older lads in the room. And you can all go through these patches where, you know, you have a few games and you're not feeling it, your confidence not high, you're dragging a little bit, he's not playing, he's slowing it down. All of a sudden, the team's changed a little bit. And attitude. And he's thought to himself, you know, I'm getting back in his team. And that's all.
But he wanted to come back.
Of course
we know he wanted to come back in this team because all the reports about Matic in training before this football started again was he's just come back roaring and he's proved it. Do you know what I mean?
And he's deserved this spot because before he started playing again, you would have said Fred and Scott would be playing.
Yeah.
I know Pogba's back fit, but because we were getting wins, we were getting results. Does that make sense? And,
of course it does.
And it's like when we come back, and everyone's like, "Who's going to play? Is Pogba going to play?" And Ole did the right thing. He's put the two lads in there that sort of got him to where he was now, which was Scott and Fred. Yeah. But he's also saying to him, "Listen, you need to play well, lads, because
there's two other people.
I've got Pogba here. I've got this player here. Do you know what I mean?"
And we're going about just before we wind it up. We're going about the young players. What you mentioned, centre halves and all. There is plenty of competition coming through over the next 12 to 18 months.
You're talking fit young lads as well.
Oh yeah, and eager and mad for it.
Yeah. And they're wanting to, you know, it's when I was like under 21s and you're in England under 21s, like most of these will play for the countries.
Yeah.
Right? So, and all the players normally, except for the really big clubs, are all playing. First team football. Now that's what they want to be doing. They don't want to be not playing. So they'll be trying to prove every day that they deserve a place on the team.
Well, we're going to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, Wes.
And Wes, tremendous having you.
I'll be back again, mate.
And next time,
subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, but next time it'll have to be the penalty. You must have heard about the penalty competition.
Just watch the Ryan Giggs.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Just watch the Ryan Giggs. Don't
all
tell
we
him
can
nothing.
say is that nobody's scored against a cat yet. Will you be the first?
That's right. For next time.
Listen, I'm 100% in penalty shootout. I've only had one. But I'm 100%.
Well, we'll come back to that again. Thank you very much.
See you later.
Please subscribe, leave your comments, and please press the like button. Thank you.